today I wanted to talk about something that was going on with my scalp during this whole MHM process. Those innocent and it's been bothering me, and I want to know if anyone else has felt the same way. You know, is their scalp, you know, feeling different in any type of way, or if nothing is going on with your scalp. However, my scalp was after, let me just start from the beginning. When I first started the MHM method, I noticed a really significant change in my hair, period, as well as my scalp though. While my hair felt really moisturized and felt really on point and was great, you know, my scalp felt so irritated and so like, you just, it was like that burning, itching, like, oh my gosh, you know, everywhere, especially the back area. So, this has been going on ever since I had been doing this whole method, and I did some research, and a lot of people who to sleep with wet hair, you know, what I would do is I would condition my hair, deep condition my hair after a rosemary rinse or apple cider vinegar rinse, and after I'd put a hot oil treatment, and then I'd follow up with some bentonite clay, and then I'd follow up with another deep conditioner, all to say that is that my hair was wet during the whole process, and it's a really long process. And also I went to sleep with the shower cap on top of that, with like another thing on, just to keep the heat in as much as I possibly could. And my hair felt great, but my scalp was on fire. And so I did some research, and I found that you know, the more your scalp itches, do not scratch, first of all. It'll only make it worse. You can, a lot of times people don't even stop to realize that they're really like scratching their scalp to the point where their scalp may bleed and cause scabbing, and that can result in permanent hair loss. You know, those follicles can be damaged and your hair won't grow back. I've had it. I have a couple bald spots from that, from when I got perms. I know how that whole thing goes. A lot of my bald spots, surprisingly though, has grown back, because I had when I was getting chemically treated, I would have scabs. I would have, scabs. I would have, anywho. So, I will be doing the method, except it will be a different version, because I won't be doing it with the bentonite clay. So I'm basically just deep conditioning twice. I'm doing a rinse, and then I'm going to deep condition with the hot oil, and then follow that up with the avocado, and just do those both for just a couple hours, and rinse it out, maybe with another rinse of rosemary or ACV. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, but I will use a rinse, one of those two rinses, to rinse it out. And yeah, that's it. I basically just ran out of bentonite clay, and I honestly don't want to take it like to this whole method process too seriously, like, oh my god, I have to go get some bentonite clay, everything's thrown off. Like, no, it's not that serious. I'll get it when I get it, you know. So I'll just use what I have, and that's just some deep conditioning ingredients, excuse me. And that'll be castor oil and what's that oil called? Castor oil and almond oil. Yeah. And a quick note about almond oil. This whole process with the MHM method, I had found out that my scalp cannot take the baggy method. It becomes sensitive, bacteria starts to build up, and my scalp is on freaking fire the next couple of days. It's crazy. And I found out that the more it itches, the more you scratch, the more it will itch. So be aware of that. Also, try to use the finger pads if you are going to itch. Okay, just kind of get in there and roll it all around type of deal. Because you don't want to damage your hair follicles and cause, damage, and your hair could possibly stop growing from those follicles. So just be careful. And almond oil. So I read that almond oil is very conditioning. It has a bunch of fatty acids that are really good. It has a bunch of really good properties, a bunch of fatty goodness that your scalp and hair loves. And so I just put it directly on my scalp, as well as my ends too. Yeah, and I did that, and I gave my scalp just the craziest, awesomest massage. And within like 10 minutes, it's incredible. Like, the itching had stopped. It wasn't completely like I would itch here, just a little bit, but it was nowhere near where it was. So I just wanted to definitely take a minute and let you guys know that if you guys are having really itchy scalp problems, it could be from sensitivity, it could be from even the pollution in the air. If all of a sudden your scalp is irritated, try almond oil, because I've never had anything make my scalp stop itching as quickly as that. And I've used a bunch of products. I used the Grease My Scalp, for Pete's sake. I know, how massaging the scalp and what to use can really affect, how your hair and your scalp reacts, and it can feel really good, and a lot of times it can make or break your day. It can make your day much harder than really what it has to be. So just look out for that almond oil. And it also strengthens your hair follicle from within. So I have been putting some on my ends directly, and this is not an intended hairstyle. I didn't go out like this at all today. Actually, my hair was in 4 buns all over. And the night before, last night, I had just put my hair in these buns. I think I may have just wet my ends a bit, and just after I wet it, took a shower, and then I just put the oil all over. And that, I took it out because I was going to do the treatment tonight, and I probably will, just not right now, but I'm going to do the treatment a little later on tonight. And yeah, that'll just be the rinse and the 2 deep conditioners. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how, like, my hair